Time now for Media Watch. It is Super Tuesday, which means there are 10 states in the US of A, all going at their Republican selection process, the primaries, the caucuses. Anyway, here to explain how people are reacting online, Olivia Salazar-Winspear. Olivia, take it away.
Hi. So, Super Tuesday, so far, not that super.
For you?
Not for me, and I don't think for the American voting public.
If you live
so
US
far.
politics, it's great, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. There's a big media circus around it, like
but
every time. But this, I mean, it's early in the day as well. In Ohio, the famous bellwether state, it's about 4 in the afternoon right now, so not much happening so far.
So no one actually can get into the White House without winning Ohio. Is that the kind of
That's what
the legend?
pundits say. As the legend goes, you know, you have to win Ohio and then you're set. But there's another reason. I mean, Slate, the website, have done a little explainer video about what Super Tuesday means and how important it is historically. It started in the 80s with Reagan. They say that this Super Tuesday isn't that super because 10 states voting on the same day isn't that significant. It's not that much. Many states move their primaries or their caucuses forward a bit. It's a bit earlier than usual. And lots of the US media is actually saying, here we've got the Daily Beast saying Republicans face a not-so-super Tuesday as nomination battle drags on. Standpoint say that Republicans are just looking for a new Ronald Reagan, that the election could be very open still after this voting day, and that it's not the be-all and end-all for Republicans, Super Tuesday, this time around, that it could go on for weeks and weeks.
OK, so we're not going to get the actual name of the nominee then after this?
I think it's still quite open.
OK. Let's move on to a man who usually has a big say on Republican affairs, the radio host, for want of a better word, Rush Limbaugh, who's in hot water over words he said about a woman's sex life, I suppose you'd put it that way, which has caused a massive controversy, which threatens his career in some way.
Well, it's dragging everyone into it with him, really. I mean, like you say, he's a prominent Republican, and it's the media story.
He's a big mouth, basically.
He's a big mouth, and he's seen by many people to be the mouth of conservative America.
Yeah.
This media story just won't go away, although there is one person who wants it to go away, and that's the woman at the centre of it, this Sandra Fluke, who he called a slut and a prostitute concerning the debate around the provision of birth control with health insurance.
Remind us why he said that?
He called her a slut and a prostitute because he said by paying for her to have a sex life or to access birth control under her health insurance, the American taxpayer would be paying for her to have sex. So that's where he, in his strange way,
it's a bit of a twisted logic by Mr.
finds
Limbaugh.
that logical. Anyway, she's called for everyone to stop talking about this so much that the media attention around the row is distracting from the real issue, which is provision of birth control and healthcare, these kind of things. And she might be, I mean, in her article, she says, stop feeding him, stop feeding the controversy.
So that's Mr. Limbaugh there with the teeth and the nasal hair. Yeah.
This could be in reaction to last night's television coverage of the issue when Jon Stewart of The Daily Show dedicated a huge part of his programme to criticising Rush Limbaugh. He's not a fan of Rush Limbaugh.
A few people are.
Well. Jon Stewart's a big Democrat, so that comes as no surprise, but he really went for it, and he gave Republican candidates a really hard time on their reaction to the controversy. Jon Stewart suggested that Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, they hadn't been harsh enough on this guy who's basically a sexist and to a point a misogynist.
I suppose Romney and the others, they're worried about alienating the Republicans who listen to Limbaugh. And I said he's not got many fans. Clearly, he has got lots of fans because his show is very well listened to.
They're playing the game. But now, I mean, it's become such a media thing the last few days. I can't believe we're still talking about it. BuzzFeed, they made a chart for us, a nice graphic of to see how much we've used the word slut this week.
Sure.
And you see the spike there yesterday and today. So Republicans are having to tread very carefully about how much they get on side with Rush Limbaugh or refute it, because it's big in the media. And it's taken a political turn now because the group Americans United for Change has joined the circus. Now, they're a pro-Democrat group. They've launched this aggressive Twitter campaign to link Rush Limbaugh to Mitt Romney via the company Bain Capital. Now, Mitt Romney used to own the company Bain Capital. Bain Capital has a subsidiary that owns the company that produces Rush Limbaugh's radio program. So basically, what Americans United for Change are suggesting that these two are Republican bedfellows, sexist, misogynists in it together. And this tweet is quite strong. It says, it's time to tell Bain Capital to stop promoting Rush Limbaugh's repulsive anti-woman rhetoric.
Olivia, we will leave it there. That kind of says it all. Thank you very much indeed, Olivia, with Media Watch.